Alright, back in Everquest. Project 1999, Red Server. This is my Dwarf Paladin. I'm about to hit level 6. So I said in my last video, in the introduction to this series, of playing in this server as a hardcore challenge. I said that I would find a camp and I would log in and play that way. But you know, I'm almost level 6 and these skeletons con yellow to me, so I suspect they'll be white in a minute. Same with some of the goblins, although there are goblins that are red to me. This whelp is not going to give me anything except for some money. Scarabs are red, some are yellow, so this might be a decent place because there are not only some mobs that can give me experience, but there are guards in a lot of different areas along the path. There's one up the road there, there's one here behind me, and if I'm not mistaken, if I go north I get to Paladin pretty quickly. So I mean, I don't plan on running. I have Lay on Hands ready to go for a tough fight, but I need to get to level 6 and that might happen in another kill or so. This snake is white. This will be good. Haven't really been fighting too many animals. I've just been fighting the goblins and the skeletons up to level 5 so far. My sense heading began at 50. I don't know why. Usually it starts at 0, but when I created this character it started at 50. I don't know why. So I'm currently up to 114 sense heading. I have not been using taunt, which I should. This fight is not going really well. Yeah, I'm getting killed here. Let's run. It's a two-handed weapon, so I could do big damage if I score a couple of hits here, but I've been missing a lot. It is one, so now I'm up a little bit here, but he's got me at half. 44% health is no good in a hardcore server. Once I get down to less than half health, I start looking around for escape. And I got him. And there's my level. So I think that's the only way to go about this on a hardcore challenge in Everquest, is to take your fights carefully and always have an escape plan. Always have some place to go. So now the scarabs are yellow. The dwarves are still yellow. Let's see what kind of goblin this is. I'm not going to get too close because I'm only at 40% health and he'll kill me. When I have to go AFK, I put a little laundry in. I sit right here by the guard and he just kills whatever comes nearby. So that's a whelp. He's not going to give me anything. There's another spot up the road where aviacs cross. They just roam and they go down a path, and I stayed there and I got a lot of experience just by having them pass by me, and I hit them when they pass. There's a goblin camp up there, but I'm afraid I'm going to draw 2 or 3 at a time, and that's going to spell death. So level 6, I still get no spells. I have to wait till level 9 to get my spells. Courage, Yelp. I think I get like some sort of, maybe I get some sort of dark damage spell, but I'm not sure. I know you do as a cleric. I'm gonna rest before I fight again. No, I'm gonna kill all decaying skeletons because I one-shot them and I take their bones, because I could still hand in bones and Paladin for the quest. I don't know what's better in the recording, to play in first person like this, or just behind the character like this, or in like a cinematic camera like this. I'll probably do a mix of all of them. This way is the safest because I can see what's coming. Last time I logged out, right after I recorded the intro, I saw somebody coming up the road right down the path here. And I was sitting right by the guards, and I already clicked camp, and I was like 5 seconds left, and I saw, I think it was a dark elf. So she stopped because these guards will kill her. And right before that, I got a warning that in Kinos Hills, there was a griefer, PKer, looking to cause trouble. Now, even though it's hardcore, and if you die, you delete, that's not the case for PvP. You can die to a PvP encounter and still carry on. You are going to lose your items, most likely, and that stinks, but you don't lose your character. I forgot to use my bandages. I was below 50%. Now, it might confusing Warcraft and Everquest. I don't think so. I think you need to be below 50 to use bandage. Where are my bandages? Here they are. I'll try out that theory right now. Bind wound. You begin to bandage yourself. I used a bandage. I wonder if it increases skill even if I don't. Oh yeah, you have to be above 50% hit points. Bandaging complete. I didn't get any skill. Might be full. Oh no, this is just too big. I could put my food and drink into the backpack. That scarab is yellow, this scarab is yellow. I don't want to really engage any yellow target. I tried it twice now with skeletons and they'll kill me. I had to run. I killed it in a tree. There's a dwarf skeleton that's blue. I'm only at 75%, but I'm gonna try it because I'm near. Oh no, this is not the guards are not this way. Unless they're up that road. So I'm a little far from a guard. Maybe I'll just farm these green ones for bones. I'm a little lost. I'm not sure where I am right now in Butcherblock Mountains. The spiders have been blue. And they're squishy. I killed them pretty quick. It would be nice to have hide. The dwarves' racial is the stupid barrel roll. I don't even know how to do it. There it goes. I'm not fighting. It's nice to not hear the combat music constantly, but it also throws me off. Sometimes I don't realize that I have to be in combat, and I just stand there getting hit. This spider's pretty tough. I'm still not fighting. And now I'm poisoned, so it looks like I'm going to have to use lay on hands against the stupid blue spider. I'm not going to run, I'm too far. Feeble poison shouldn't kill me at 50%. Poison does 3 damage a tick. Or 3 damage. I'm not sure how often it does that to me. Alright, I'm okay. As long as the scarab doesn't get involved. There's a white skeleton, but I'm going to heal first. I don't want to mess with the skunks because I think they give disease, which I can't cure yet. I think I'll turn off names. Probably not a great idea for a hardcore, you know, place to play, but I just can't stand all the names popping up. You know, I think I already have them turned off. They only come up when I select them. Or maybe this guy was too far away. He's blue, but I'm at 45%. No thanks. And there's a nasty goblin. So there are things to kill for experience here. And it could be alright as long as I don't get bogged down like I did against that spider. They're going to kill the skeleton walking through the building. So this will probably replace the Paladin I have on green, which I started a in-character playthrough. For now, at least. And then I started to play Lord of the Rings Online the other day, which is a game I played years ago. It's got a really nice story, if you like MMORPGs with a story like Final Fantasy does, and definitely Lord of the Rings Online has that. And I'm on a server that is roleplay enhanced, I think it's called, or it's like a roleplay server. And there are role players. I mean, I was only playing for an hour or so and I saw them. So that might be a better option for an in-character playthrough. I'm white to myself. So level 9, I get Courage, Cure Poison, Flash of Light, which blinds the target, but I remember having that as a shaman, and I'm not sure if that works. I get a heal, minor heal. Spook the Dead is a fear spell that fears undead. True North is useless. And Yelp. Actually, True North is not useless. If you want, you could spam that to increase your divination spell line. So make a macro and just keep casting True North over and over, and it'll help you level that. So I'll buy it just to do that. And Yelp is a really useful self-only combat buff that increases AC and strength. It doesn't last long, but you can cast it while in combat. It just automatically casts it on yourself, so you don't have to, like, you know, target yourself. And it'll help me carry more stuff, and it'll help me do, like, marginally a little more damage, maybe. I don't have too many bones to hand in, but that will help me with some experience. 14. I won't go in to hand them in unless I have at least 24, maybe 2.5 stacks. I have plenty of space and I have plenty of capacity to hold more stuff, so I stay out. And the experience isn't great solo out here. It's going to take a while, especially if I have to keep healing like this. That's why once I get level 9 and I can start to use that minor heal, the combats and the experience will come more steady. 90%, yeah, I'm going to go. I'll say hello to my guild. Just step on him. I don't know, if I die with this character, I will try again. But not with another Paladin. I think I'll try with a maybe a Ranger or a Bard. I want a class that has decent damage output. I know Rangers and Bard aren't the best at that, but you know, rogues are hard to play solo, especially on a new. It's not a new server, but I don't have any characters where I could hand down stuff. There are players on this server on Red that are helpful. They've given my other character, Ranger, they've given me a few items. I don't think I would accept any items from anybody on this. I don't think you're allowed to. It's against the rules. You could check the rules for the hardcore challenge on the Discord. You're not supposed to accept, you're not supposed to, I don't think you're supposed to trade with anybody else. Although, I could be wrong on that. Maybe you're allowed to trade with people that are also hardcore. I'm going to double check that right now, actually. The thing is, there's no app or add-on like there is in World of Warcraft to keep track of those things. Hardcore Everquest. Rules. Death equals delete. PvP doesn't count. You can't use PvP to avoid legitimate deaths, so you cannot harm touch your friend who is about to die and call it a PvP death. Death touch mechanics. If a player dies to a death touch from a raid boss, the player may be resurrected only if the raid slays the boss on that attempt. If your raid wipes and your raid is forced to disengage for any reason after you have been death touched, you're permanently dead. You can only group with players in hardcore, and you can only trade with players in hardcore. So you'll know that they're in hardcore because they have to join the no-res necessary guild. This isn't the best spot. There was a better spot than this. I don't know if it's up this road. Let's check out the goblin camp. This scarab is dubious, so I'll keep my distance. I'm not sure if they attack you at dubious. You may have to linger around them for some time, or not. I'm not sure. We could try to do an experiment and pull that goblin warrior and see if any others come from inside the tent, which I'll bet they do. Alright, my escape plan is directly back towards that building. The problem is I can't run past the scarab because I'm afraid it might aggro me. I go full first person just so I could have a little more control over my escape. And I'm just going to do an aggro range pull. Okay, I got both, so this is no good. Strafe run. They don't hit you when you strafe run. This seems like cheating, and I never used to do it, but on a hardcore challenge, I'm doing it. You know, if I'm just running, forward, and they hit me in the back, they're usually hitting me and like stunning me. Right there, I got stunned. So oh shoot, there's a skeleton too. So the camp is off limits for now, until I level up a bit. Let's see if the scarab attacks me. Yeah, so you could just run by them when you're not in combat, but I've been in combat before and I run past them and they just attack. They don't like you fighting other things. Currently 6 players in the guild right now. That hurt. These blue snakes are tough. It's blue. So back to the hardcore rules, you can only loot what your party kills. You can't loot like random mobs, corpses that expire or anything like that. No skeletons. Not that guy. You can only purchase default vendor items. You cannot purchase anything from vendors sold by other players. You may only purchase items the NPCs sell on their own. Now that's confusing. What if... So vendors take on items you sell to them. Let's say I go sell like a magic item to a vendor. Now they have that item to sell. Does that count? Can you buy that? I'll have to ask that on the Discord. I think what they mean is you can't go to the East Commons tunnel and buy from players. You can trade with players that are hardcore. There's a guy streaming inside the Discord. It takes too long to heal up now at level 6. Maybe I'll try Steamfont. Somebody is going to high pass hold to try and get a spell. Level 8 pet spell. Must be an enchanter or something. Or magician. Looks like I found the path that the Aviacs wandered down. There may be a better action here. And there's the guardhouse. There's two of them actually. Two-handed slashing going up. That's good. Offense is 28. Two-handed slashing 35. I really should also level up one-handed slashing so that when I find a shield, I can use that. That's all they really drop, those Aviacs. They drop those Aviac chick talons. They only sell for like 5 copper. Useless. I'll take those bones, thank you. I could stop and sell over here. Farm some more bones. There's plenty of decaying dwarf skeletons here out in front of Paladin, but no experience for them. But I did that when I was out in front of Blackborough. I killed gnolls until well after I was gaining experience for them, just so I can collect their, what is their teeth? The gnoll teeth? I did that with my cleric on green. What is bash? I think that you need, I don't even think I have the skill, so that's not working. I'm not sure if you need a shield to do it. Slightly easier now to farm these skeletons because the goblin whelps won't attack me. Levels 1 through 4, they aggro. But it worked out pretty well because I had good armor class and I would just kill the goblins. See, the scarab attacks when you're attacking other things. And now a crag chick. This is probably the one I want to kill first because it's blue. That poor dwarf has been lying dead next to that tree for a while. A little over 1 bar into my level 6. Feels like a huge waste of time killing these when you don't get any of the bones. Which it kind of is, but there are so many and they're so easy to kill. That's 24. I can go in and try to turn them in. Right after I kill this blue crag chick. Apart from that fight with what was it that got me down to 2? I think it was a Naviac chick or something like that. It was white to me. Got to 2%, almost died. Aside from that fight, I've been pretty good. I haven't really struggled too much. I think a lot of it has to do with the leather pieces I got from handing in the bone chips. I got leather legs, patchwork legs, tattered gloves, I don't know if these are leather, but they're an upgrade from the cloth that I had been finding on the skeletons. So into Paladin. I think I've finally gotten the hang of Paladin. I still get lost sometimes, but... Here we are. Paladin Guild. I think the clerics are here too. I sell my stuff to Darth, our Nightseer. Rusty bastard sword. I think I might hold on to that. I'm gonna have to hit the bank on the way out. I always have to remember to stop at the bank often, drop off all my money, because I'm not sure, but after I get killed in PvP, I don't know if they loot the money. So that's something I have to find out about a lot of these details, because I don't do PvP in Everquest. Never really did. I thought I learned something at 5. Let me see if I get a skill. Check my Paladin wiki. Combat skills, level 6, I get Bash. So yeah, let me learn Bash. I'll put a point in. Well, 1 point gives me 6. Put 1 point in at level 6 gives you 6 points in it, I guess, and I only spend 1 practice. And I get Bash. Next skill is at level 10, Dodge. Then level 17, Parry. Alright, we'll give him our bone chips. No, I don't want to give him the stack. Didn't get an item there. Still moving my experience bar up a little bit. Gave me a useful item, small tattered wristbands. This is why it's worth just farming the decayed skeletons. Even though they give me no experience per kill, I'm moving the experience bar and I'm getting some useful items. Good. May get to halfway with these last 2 turn-ins. Give me an item. No, but I did get to halfway to level 7. Go to the bank, drop off my money and that sword. I guess my next stop will be High Pass Hold as well, because I'd like to get a hold of the shield that the named... What is it? That named Kobold drops a shield. My cleric has it. It's pretty good. don't know much about the items and the mobs and the camps. When I played this, back in the day, I played not casually. I wouldn't say that because I put a lot of hours in and I played all the time. But back then, when I was a kid, I wasn't worried about min-maxing, and I was just having a good time. I was like a role player. I was really into the game. It was like D&D, but on the computer. Now I'm a little more concerned about how I spend my time, because I have a little less of it. So I said I wouldn't, I don't know if I said it for this character, but I don't really want to go by a guide or a wiki or anything like that. I use it to plan out my character and to see when my skills unlock and what spells I'm going to get. But I don't really look at guides and stuff like that. I just like to play. But when you have less time, and especially in a hardcore server where you really want to go to a place that is going to be safe but good experience, I might check some level guides and things like that. I think I have one per level hunting guide or something like that. Yeah, per level hunting guide for Project 1999 shows you all your different levels and where they suggest you go. So for instance, 6 through 8 Misty Thicket, there are goblins there. Steamfont Mountains have kobold camps. They have group ranges, solo ranges, Crushbone for 7 to 10, things like that. Kern's Tower, level 9 through 18. It doesn't say anything about Butcherblock where I am, but Steamfont has a couple of places. Nictulos Forest, I'm not going to bother going there because I don't want to get killed by a guard. People are selling some stuff here. Somebody brought up an interesting point. I forget where I read it, but I went the wrong way. They said on a PvP server on Red, if someone is trying to sell something, they know that you're coming to them with a pocket full of money to buy their item. What's to stop them from just killing you, taking all your money? I mean, that is a pretty nasty thing to do, and the community is extremely small. Everyone probably knows everyone. In fact, I did see a post, I think on the forum, and it's recent. Somebody posted it's not a spreadsheet, it's more like a diagram, and the diagram is split diagonally down the middle, and in the two halves it shows on the top half, the top left half, are all the people you want to avoid, that when you see them they're probably going to try and kill you. And on the bottom right of this sheet are the people who are likely to not attack you on sight. And then there are people like on the line that are kind of in between. So, and they have their names, character names. Like it's going to be hard to go unnoticed if you do something nasty to someone on this server. It's not as much on the green server because you have hundreds of people playing there. Although there are people that I see day after day when I play there, I know them. I know their names. They're prominent in the population. But with 50 people playing on a server, you're not flying under the radar. So if you're killing people trying to come to you to buy an item that you're advertising, the chances are you're not going to be very popular in the community. And if that's what they're going for, then good for them. That's what I loved about old UO. When you had people like that, the players on the server got to know who those people were, and they became outlaws, whether it was a game mechanic outlaw or not. When they came into contact with other players, they would get hunted for the nasty deeds they've done. Not sure where I'm going here. I think I came up this road to get back. But you know what I want to do? I do want to try Steamfont, so I'm going to travel. I have to go down to the southeast to Lesser Fay. I'm not going the right way. I'm going toward the docks. If I go this way, I think I go toward the docks, so I have to go the other way. Did I put the sword in the bank? No, I still have it. But that's okay. I may use it to start leveling up my one-handed. My one-handed was only in the 20s. My two-handed now is in the 30s, 35, I think, when I checked last. I'm not going to farm these little skeletons here. I'm going to try and get to a spot where I can really get some good experience. I tried to group with a guild member who said they were going to high pass, but they were going to try and do that on their own, which I respect that. But I offered my help. I'm a couple of levels below too, so I'm not sure if they were comfortable. That's the thing. Like they may feel guilty if I die after I volunteer to help them. Like if I'm asking people to come help me do something and it's pretty dangerous and they die in a hardcore game, I would feel pretty terrible. Normally on the green server I would travel. It's not exactly fun to take the boat and to wait around and to log out and to lag while on the boat or lose connection and then lose your character, because that's happened, but I like to see the whole world of Norath, and you know, I do it to find different hunting spots, and when I get into a group and they're across the world, like I'll travel over there. First I'll try to get a port, obviously, but in this I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay as close to home as I can for as long as I can. I'm heading the right way, and there's... what is that? Climbing up the mountain there. It's a crag chick. There's about to be one less crag chick in the world. And this is nighttime. As a dwarf, it's nice. I could see. I mean, things are dim, but I can see. If you're a human right now, you can't see your hand in front of your face. Heading south, still going the right way. The guard outpost. Butcherblock Mountains are relatively safe. The trouble you get into, you voluntarily put yourself into it. Like when I attacked those goblins in the camp, you know, I kind of figured I would get ads, and that's just bad judgment. It was a test, and I kind of figured I would have to run. But I could be very safe and hunt near guard posts and be fine. It's when I get a little bored and I want a little more action and I start to take some chances, that's when you'll see the demise of Leoben the Paladin. These snakes are hard to kill. Let's try bash. Yeah, nothing happened. I need a shield. You needed to equip a shield in order to bash. Let me check the level for high pass. Alright, down that path I have a feeling I'll get to Lesser Fay. I'm going to sit here and rest, and I'm going to log out and have a grilled cheese sandwich. And I'll probably record another session later on, try to get a few levels in Steamfont. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're enjoying Everquest if you're playing. Otherwise, I hope you're enjoying any other game you're playing and having a nice day. See you next time. Thanks for watching.